Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, everybody at home. Mr. Brian here, and I want to wish everybody a happy Friday. And I also want to let you know that today is the last day of July. Today is July 31st. I cannot believe July is over after today. The month flew by. We had a great month together. We did a lot of circle times. We read a lot of great books. We did some great themes for the weeks of the summer program. And I want to thank everybody for participating and doing a wonderful job at home and also in school if you are in Masha with Ms. Danielle. I want to give everybody a big hand. Excellent job. Thumbs up for the month of July. I want to say bye to July, and starting tomorrow, it's a new month. What comes after July? It is August. Tomorrow's August 1st. I can't believe it. The summer is flying by. And I hope everyone is enjoying their summer so far and staying safe and having a lot of fun. So I'm back today with another story time, also about sea animals. And this book, this is a pretend book. This is a book by, who's this guy? This is the Cat in the Hat. This is a Cat in the Hat book. And it's about a fish. And where do fish live? Fish live in water. They live in the ocean, or they live in lakes. There are a lot of different places fish can live, but they have to live in the water. If you take the fish out of the water, it's not good for the fish. Fish have to stay in the water all the time. But this is a pretend book, and this book is called A Fish Out of Water. Look at the size of this fish. This is a huge goldfish, it looks like. It's actually orange, but it looks a little bit like a goldfish. Look how big it is. This is the little boy, and this is the fish. He's so big. And this is a pretend book about what happens if a fish is out of the water. So let's see why this fish is out of water. I don't know why. This fish should be in the water. A fish out of water. And here's the fish when he was a little baby. See, he's much smaller, but he's too big for his fish bowl. I don't know what they're feeding him, but he's getting very, very big. Let's see what happens. This little fish, I said to Mr. Carp, I want him. I like him, and he likes me. I'm gonna call him Otto. So there's a little boy in the pet store, and he's looking at the different fish, and he finds one that he likes, the orange one, and he's gonna call him Otto. And here's the man who works in the pet store, and he has his little fish bowl that's gonna fit this little fish. So right now the fish is small, and he fits right in that bowl, and the fish looks very happy that this little boy is going to take him home and keep him as a pet. Very well, said Mr. Carp. Now I will tell you how to feed him. Then Mr. Carp told me, when you feed a fish, do not feed him a lot. Only give him so much, but no more, never more than a little spot. So you have to take the fish food with your two little fingers and sprinkle it in the water like this, because the fish don't need a lot of food. Or something may happen, you never know what. So he's giving the boy the fish. There's his little fish, Otto. And there is the fish food. And he's telling him, only give him a little pinch. Don't give him a lot. Let's see if he listens. Then I took Otto home. I gave him some food. I did not give him much, just one little spot. Like Mr. Carp said, he listened. But this did not make Otto happy. Oh boy, he wanted more. Poor Otto, he just had to have more. Look, he gave him a little pinch of food, but Otto's looking at him, saying, "What? That's all I get?" I guess he's still hungry. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is happening? He's dumping the whole box of fish food into the fish bowl. Oh no. I knew what Mr. Carp had told me. Never feed him a lot. Never more than a spot, or something may happen, you never know what. But I gave Otto all the food in the box. Was that the right thing? Was that good listening? No. That's way too much food. That's a Mr. Bryan portion. Then something did happen. My little Otto started to grow. I saw him grow. I saw him grow and grow. Soon he was too big to fit in his little bowl. Oh my goodness. Look at that. He ate all that food and look at how big he is. Now he can't even swim around in his bowl. He's kind of stuck. That bowl is not big enough for him anymore. There was just one thing to do. I put Otto in the flower bowl. This will hold you. But no, the flower bowl did not hold him. Otto went right on growing. This was not funny at all. His tail was growing right out of the top. Oh my goodness, he's still growing. He thought the flower bowl would be enough when he first put him in, but now he even outgrew that. What are they going to do next? I grabbed the flower bowl and I ran with it. Otto, I said, I know just where to put you. Then you will be all right. So I put him in a big pot, but Otto was not all right. I saw him grow some more. Very soon, he was even too big for the pot. That's a big pot. And Otto still does not fit. What are they going to do now? What's bigger than a pot? I put him in pot after pot. He was growing so fast. Poor Otto, my poor little fish. Why did I feed him so much? He knows he didn't do the right thing. He didn't make a good choice. Otto, I said, stop growing, please. But Otto could not stop growing. He was growing all the time, and I ran out of pots. He used every pot, and soon none of them were big enough for Otto. He kept growing and growing. Otto had to have water. There was just one thing to do, and I did it. I grabbed him by the tail. Look at how big he is. He's running up the stairs. Where do you think they're going to go? Where is he going to put him? What's bigger than a pot? Oh, I ran with him up to the tub, the bathtub. The tub is big, and it can hold lots of water. So he's running upstairs to the bathroom. He's going to put him in the bathtub. Hopefully that fits him. At last! There, Otto, I said. This tub holds my father. This tub holds my mother. So it will definitely hold you. Look at that. It fits him a little better. He's still sticking out of the water. But if he keeps growing, then they're going to have a bigger problem. What's bigger than the bathtub? I don't know. Oh no. Oh no. Do you want to see what happened next? But the tub did not hold him at all. He went right on growing. "Oh, Otto," I said, "what can I do with you now?" Look at him. He's growing out of the bathtub, and he's flooding his whole bathroom. Look at all this water. What's his mom going to say? Is she going to be happy? I don't think so. Then crash! The door went down. Otto went down too. I went down too. Oh, what a ride. Look, the bathroom door opened. All the water came pouring out, and they all went down the stairs. Almost like a water slide. That is no good. Mommy's not going to be happy. Sticky pages. Down went the water into the cellar. What's the cellar? The cellar is the basement of his house, all the way downstairs in the basement. Down went the water into the cellar, and down went Otto too. I had to do something fast, so I grabbed the phone. Who's he going to call? Who could help him with this huge fish in his house that is filled with water? I don't know. Oh, I called the policeman. "Help, help," I said. "I gave my fish too much food. Mr. Carp told me not to, but I didn't listen to him." "What?" said the policeman. "Mr. Carp told you not to, but you did? Too bad. I'm coming right now." So it looks like the policeman's going to try to help him. What's the policeman going to do? The policeman came. "My fish went that way," I said. "He's down in the cellar." So now the policeman's in his house. He's going to try and help him, and he's taking big steps through the deep water that all spilled out of his bathtub. The policeman ran downstairs with me. "What a fish," he said. "He is much too big to keep in a cellar. We will have to get him out." Look at that poor fish in the basement. He's too big for the basement. He's still growing. Look at the little boy with his net. Is he going to catch Otto, this big fish, in this little net? No way. Not big enough. Otto is huge. We had to work and work to get Otto out. Poor Otto. Oh, why did I feed him too much? Mr. Carp told me something would happen, and it did. Yes, it did. What happened? What did Mr. Carp say? Don't give him too much food or something will happen. So what happened was he grew and grew and grew. Now the little boy and the policeman are trying to push Otto out of the basement. Push. You guys can help him. Push. Try and get him up those stairs. Now we had Otto out of the cellar, but now Otto had no water at all. Oh no, that's not good for Otto, because remember what we said, fish have to have water. A fish has to have water, I said to the policeman. We must take him to some water. Get help. Call somebody on the radio or on your phone. Look at Otto. Look at his face. Does he look happy? No, he's sad because he has no water. That is not good for Otto. They need to do something quick. The policeman called on the radio. He called for the firemen. "Help, help," he said. A boy has fed a fish way too much food. A boy has fed a fish too much? We will come at once. So now the firemen are coming. They're going to try and help too. What are they going to do? Oh my goodness. The firemen came. They all helped to get Otto up. But where can we take him? I asked. Uptown? Maybe downtown? Look at this. They had to pick him up with the fire truck. They tied him to the ladder. He's too heavy for anybody to carry. They needed the truck. But now where are they going to take him? I don't know. Poor Otto. They better get him to some water very soon. Very soon indeed. Let's take him to the pool, said the fireman. To the pool, I yelled. Let's go to the pool and please hurry. Poor Otto, he looks sad. Looks like he's not feeling well. He needs to get back in that water. There's the pool. Here they come with Otto. Oh my goodness, and the pool is filled with people. What are they gonna do? But they did hurry. The fire truck with Otto came right up to the pool. The fireman yelled, "Everybody, get out of the pool. This fish is coming in." And look at everybody in the pool running, swimming away, trying to make room for Otto. And look at Otto's face. He looks happy. He's like, nice. I'm finally getting back in some water. Well, that's good. But is that going to be enough? I don't know. Down into the pool went Otto. Into the pool with a big splash. Look at his tail. He jumped right in that water. Now I was happy. Now at last my Otto had water. Lots of water. This big pool was just the thing. This big pool will hold him. I hope so. I hope so. I don't know. Let's see what happens next. But Otto went right on growing. And no one wanted Otto in the pool. They did not like Otto at all. "You take that fish out of here," they yelled. They're very upset. Now they can't swim because Otto is taking up the entire pool. What do they do now? Oh, if only that little boy listened to Mr. Carp. There was just one thing to do, and I did it. I ran to the phone. I called Mr. Carp. "Please, please, help me," I said. I fed Otto too much. "Oh, dear," said Mr. Carp. "You fed him too much? I knew you would." "I always say don't, but you boys always do. I will come to help you." Let's see what Mr. Carp does with this huge Otto fish. I hope he knows. Then Mr. Carp came. He had a black box in his hand. What's in his black box? And look, he's wearing some snorkeling gear. He has his goggles on to go in the water. He's wearing fins on his feet. What is he going to do? "What are you going to do, Mr. Carp?" I asked him. But Mr. Carp said nothing. He just went right up to the pool. I wonder what he's going to do. He took his black box with him and all the other things too. Splash! Mr. Carp jumped into the pool. There's Mr. Carp. And here is Otto. He looks like a whale. He is so big, and all the people are watching to see what Mr. Carp is going to do. Splash! Now Otto went in too. All I could see was his tail. I could not see Mr. Carp at all. What was going on down there? What were they doing down there in the water? Uh-oh. What's happening? Where's Mr. Carp? What's Otto doing? Something's happening down there. I wonder what it is. And now I could see nothing. Not Otto, not Mr. Carp. I couldn't see anything at all. Would I see my Otto again? Would I see Mr. Carp again? Mr. Carp, Mr. Carp, what are you doing? Are you okay? But nobody's there. What happened to them? I want to know. I want answers. Then up jumped Mr. Carp. In his hand was a little fish bowl. In the bowl was my Otto. Mr. Carp had made him little again. Don't ask me how I did it, he said, but here is your fish. Look, Mr. Carp got Otto to be little again and fit in his old fish bowl. What did he do? What is in that black box? Wow. Mr. Carp is, maybe he's a magician. He did a magic trick. I don't know. And from now on, said Mr. Carp, please do not give him so much food. Just this much, a pinch, and no more. And there's Otto. Little Otto back in his little fish bowl. And Mr. Carp is telling him again, only give him a little bit. I hope he listens this time. Now, that is what I always do. Now I feed Otto this much, but no more. Never more than a spot where something may happen, and now I know what will happen if I give him too much. So look, there's a little boy with Otto's food, and he's just giving him a little pinch. Can you give him a little pinch? Go pinch some food, sprinkle it, and that's all you give him. If Mr. Carp tells you how much to feed your fish, I think you should listen to him. Because this boy did not do good listening. He didn't make the right choice. And look at what happened. They had to call the police. They had to call the fire department. And Otto got way too big. So I hope that the boy remembers to do good listening, and I hope that all of you at home and in school remember to do good listening, because if you don't and you do whatever you want, maybe something's going to happen, and we don't want anything to happen if it's not a good thing and something that makes everybody happy. So I want to thank everybody for listening to my story, A Fish Out of Water. I hope you enjoyed hearing about your friend Otto, and I'm glad he's okay and he's little again. And I hope that that boy only gives him a little pinch of food from now on. So thank you again for listening, everybody at home, everybody in school. Have a wonderful weekend. Be careful, be safe, listen to your mommies and your daddies and your teachers, and I will see everybody next week. In August. Next time I see you, it's going to be August. Talk to you guys later. Bye.